Good evening and welcome to what I can assure you will be a riveting 50 minutes in Match of the Day. Both matches from the Cannon League First Division are littered with frenzied action and goals. First, Nottingham Forest against Manchester United.
Bowyer's in the centre here for Forest and Swain is joining the attack. Bowyer couldn't make it. Shot by Riley. Wide.
Then it's Tottenham Hotspur against Newcastle United.
Good shoulder back from Gary Stevens. Crooks! Fine save!
And this afternoon, Bob Wilson followed his nose down to Dagenham in the FA Cup and came back with a scoop. The excitement of the FA Cup, and we shall also bring you the complete third-round draw and replay dates. But post-haste to Nottingham, where you'll need to be on your toes to keep up with the game between Nottingham Forest and the current favourites for the First Division title, Manchester United, as did commentator John Motson.
Opportunity knocks here for two players making only their second league appearance. For Manchester United, 20-year-old Clayton Blackmore plays in the unaccustomed position of left-back on the ground where he made his debut in the final match of last season in his normal midfield position. And at full-back on the Forest side, there's Australian Alan Davidson making his first home appearance. He was offered a contract by Arsenal last season, but couldn't get a work permit. He doesn't need one now because he's since married a Scottish girl. Well, Davidson made his debut at Watford last week, and Forest's only change is to bring in forward David Riley for defender Bryn Gunn. Since we covered their match against Spurs, Dutchman Hans Seggers has taken over in goal, Paul Hart has returned to defence, and Johnny Method has reverted to midfield. So there are three Dutchmen on the pitch because Arnold Mirren is back in the United side, together with two other internationals, Frank Stapleton and Alan Brazil. Mark Hughes is suspended, Norman Whiteside has been injured, Jesper Olsen is dropped to substitute. But all three will be available for next Wednesday's UEFA Cup tie with Dundee United, so the competition for places is really hotting up. And the Forest flag flying at half-mast today, and their players wearing black armbands in memory of 16-year-old Lloyd Bloomfield, who died after playing in an A-team match for Forest last weekend. And the referee this afternoon is Tony Ward from North London. An important 5 days in the season of Manchester United, wearing white this afternoon. A point behind the Championship leaders at the start of play, and then this UEFA Cup return in Dundee on Wednesday night. Hodge with the free kick for Davenport. And Hodge again. Steve Hodge was rumoured to be unsettled a few weeks ago, and Ron Atkinson, the Manchester United manager, made an offer for him of £250,000, which was turned down. And there are two the other way for United. One of them is Alan Brazil, and if he'd caught that well, it would have completed what was a fine move. Swift attacking play by Manchester United, and Gordon Strachan right in the centre of it. Robson's header, and Brazil. Hodge. Waiting for support wide of him, Davidson. And again, for the third time, Riley. Good determination there by the Australian. He's in the game again here. Method. Moses to Stapleton. And Brazil's in the centre, and they might get him through here. Beautiful ball, and Brazil brought down by the goalkeeper, penalty. Well, first things first, a lovely ball from Frank Stapleton that split the defence. Alan Brazil, I thought, might have overrun it slightly. Might be a bit hard on him. He was going round the keeper when the apparent contact was made, and referee Tony Ward awarded a penalty, and Gordon Strachan, who missed his last penalty for Manchester United, but has scored all the others. Aims to improve his record against the man who gave it away. And he does, right in the corner. Gordon Strachan with a career penalty record now of 54 successful attempts out of 60. Manchester United supporters applaud the goal after 14 minutes, and Hans Segers gave away the penalty and had no chance of saving it. And I don't think there's much doubt about the decision. Here's Riley. Well, Forest have now got a free kick almost immediately. Hodge to take it. And Hart was there. That was a good attempt by Paul Hart. And it might have brought the equaliser instantly. Mills. It just wanted a bit too long, Method. Indeed, that's been the feature of the opening period as far as he's concerned. Sure, Muren would confirm that the game in England is that bit quicker than in Holland. Method again, and again he can't get the pass through. Muren can, though. Strachan. Now again, Duxbury's going up on the right. Strachan's found Robson. Manchester United taking the direct approach. Really good through ball by Strachan. Moses. Robson caught by Davenport here. Johnny Method. And his passing in the first half well below its normal standard, and that's one of the reasons Forest is struggling. This is Strachan, and that's not all that good either. Davidson. Neither's that. Mistakes following one another here from both sides. And there's another one. Strachan for United. Good effort. Oh yes, good goal. Gordon Strachan gets his second after 27 minutes. And Manchester United are 2-0 up. And that all happened because a ball from Mills to Metcod never got there. United given possession really, but when Strachan tried that shot, it was right in the bottom corner, just as accurate as his penalty really. And the goalkeeper failed to get there. Now, just bear in mind that a couple of weeks ago on Match of the Day, Manchester United led 2-0 at Roker Park, and Sunderland came back and beat them 3-2. So we're poised here for what should prove an interesting afternoon. Have they learned their lesson, I wonder, United? Remy Moses, the player spoken to. Sunderland on that occasion got a goal back very quickly, and that's what Forest badly need here. Davenport. Method, and Hodge free on the left wing. Davenport. Fairclough away from Brazil. Oh, mistake by Moses. Davenport, McQueen in the way. Well, this is extraordinary. The two teams are just giving the ball away with abandon. By First Division standards, the game, for just about 5 or 6 minutes, is almost at Sunday League level. And Robson's made a run from the centre of the field here, trying to latch onto Brazil's header, but instead it's Bowyer for Forest. Davenport, and now they've got 6 forward. Mills. And Davidson. And a touch on by Riley, out by McQueen, and it's Bowyer on the left foot. And I'm not sure whether Hodge got a latent touch to that, but it certainly got a deflection. He thinks it's a corner, but in fact the referee says goal kick. Duxbury and Brazil. Moses, Strachan. Moses again. McGrath. The chest of Stapleton, nicely done. Hart coming across. Thoughts very much on attack. And a foul by Brazil on Davidson. Crowd ironically applauding the fact that this free kick has gone to Forest. All gone forward, except for Fairclough. Mills took it. Hart was climbing. Bowyer's in there. And that throw by Gary Bailey, destined to put Strachan away, but Fairclough is there. And here he is again. Hodge. Swain. Method. As a result of the events of that first half, Manchester United have a new top scorer because Brian Clough's team are 2 behind from the accurate shooting of Gordon Strachan, who's now got 13 this season for United. 8 of them, including one today, have been penalties, and he's given his side a healthy situation to talk about in their dressing room at half-time. Well, we'll see what effect Brian Clough's words have had at half-time as Nottingham Forest, playing now from the right, face an uphill task here. The Nottingham Forest bench on the extreme right, almost hidden. We'll just catch sight of Gary Birtles, who's played for both these clubs, but has been out of action all season with a back injury. I'm pleased to say he's now back in training, hopes to play at Christmas, just scratching his ear there. And now Davenport. Mills. Bowyer's in the centre here for Forest, and Swain is joining the attack. Bowyer couldn't make it. Shot by Riley. Wide. Gary Bailey's goal threatened for the first time as seriously as that. Swain's header across. Bowyer couldn't make it, and Riley it was who poked his effort wide of the far post. But it's a warning to Manchester United not to grow complacent on this lead. Swain. Davenport looks for Bowyer. Riley coming towards the ball, but McQueen was too, and he found Strachan, and now it's interesting, 3 against 3. Stapleton's made his run to take away one defender, but Swain caught Strachan. It's Mills for Forest. And Hodge onside. A better angle this time for him, and he scores. Forest get one back. Manchester United caught square, and the linesman quite right. He was onside, and Hodge went on, and he beat Bailey via a post. 63 minutes gone. Nottingham Forest get back to 2-1. Goal scored by the player who Ron Atkinson wanted to sign just a matter of a few weeks ago, Steve Hodge. McGrath with the free kick for Manchester United. Fairclough's header away. Strachan. Good effort again. Stapleton. And now Moses. It's come to Strachan. Oh, brilliantly done by Strachan. Fairclough's was the tackle, and I suspect it was just outside the area. More conjuring tricks on the ball from Strachan. Stapleton! Well, how it didn't go in, no one's too sure, least of all Stapleton. Somehow Sega's got his hand to it. It was a very fine save. Strachan with the corner. And a punch out, McGrath this is. And that's going to be a goal kick. Well, the referee says that anyway. So it could so easily have been 3-1 there. The Queen's header. Now Davidson's now joined the Forest attack on the right. And there are 4 waiting for a cross here. Mills. In fact, there are 6 in there now. Davenport. And Riley. Only half cleared. Mills. Goal! And it was all about numbers forward there. Forest had 7 men up. Davenport got the cross in, a poor half clearance, and Mills scores. And that's quite a landmark for Gary Mills. It's his first goal since rejoining Forest. His last league goal actually was for Derby County when he was on loan there. And after 77 minutes, he has put Forest level. And Manchester United have done here exactly what they did at Sunderland 2 weeks ago. They forfeited a 2-goal lead. McQueen has stayed forward here, although the play's well away from him for the moment. It's a goal kick, and we move into the last minute of normal time with the score 2-2. McQueen makes his way back now. Johnny Method forward. Flick on by Riley. And was it a foul? Blackmore on Davenport. Just outside the area in the very last minute. Whether Johnny Method or one of his colleagues can produce something here right at the end. And Method curls it! Yes! 3-2! just into stoppage time, and Johnny Method goes on one of the longest laps of honour of the season. A goal right out of the European textbook, and it's given Nottingham Forest, it would seem, a famous victory when the game seemed in Manchester United's pocket at half-time. What a comeback, and what can you say about Manchester United? 2 up at Sunderland, they lost 3-2. 2 up here, they trail 3-2. Johnny Method with a moment of magic. And it was enough to win the match for Forest and the 3 points. And what a turnaround at the City ground. Gordon Strachan put his side 2 goals up, but Forest launched their recovery through Steve Hodge, through Gary Mills, and then in the very last seconds through Johnny Method. Just how unpredictable Canon League football can be.
Well, it was a splendid hour-and-a-half's entertainment at the City ground this afternoon, and that really is all there's time to say. Such is the pressure of good things on view tonight. And if the Canon League is unpredictable, how about the FA Cup, which never fails to produce sensational results? In the past, Peterborough United, the posh, have often revelled in a giant-killing role. But today, as Bob Wilson relates, it was the biter bitten.
10-3, and for little Dagenham of the Gola League, the moment of truth as they prepare to do battle with 4th Division Peterborough. But for midfielder Steve Scott, match day begins with work of a different kind, helping his father in the family haulage firm.
I work near enough every Saturday, so it's just a normal day for me.
And I expect him to work every Saturday. Once he gets a full-time living from football, then he can pack up.
Away from football, Les Whitten, elder brother of West Ham Steve, is an electrician, and all the jokes about being a real live wire were exhausted when he scored the winner which dispatched Lou Macari Swindon in the last round. Another famous name, John Weil, is the manager of Dagenham's second-round opponents. John, a veteran of 2 losing cup semi-finals, which included a famous collision that brought a new dimension to the saying, blood, sweat and tears.
It looked horrific when I saw the pictures after, and probably had I been able to see myself at the time, I would have come off a bit earlier. Today is the magic of the cup, isn't it? Here we are, Dagenham, and they've got a chance of getting the headlines tomorrow, putting a league side out. And later on, it may well be, if we can get through today, it may be our turn to get the headlines through putting out a team from the 1st or the 2nd division. That's the attraction of the cup and the magic of the cup, really.
Think about what we spoke about during the week.
The former Sunderland and Orient manager Ken Knighton has the task of putting Dagenham back on the Wembley Trail. They won the FA Trophy there in 1980. In a very equally contested first half, one man to catch the eye was Dagenham number 9 Billy Lansdowne. Once of West Ham, Billy has to return to his Swedish club when their season reopens in March. Sadly, ugly crowd scenes and a collapsed wall delayed the beginning of the second half. But within 2 minutes of the restart, Dagenham were ahead. Chris Kinnear's cross touched on by Lansdowne, and skipper Joe Dunwell getting the touch that looped the ball over John Turner's head. Yet more crowd trouble held the game up again. Peterborough actually left the field. But after consultations between referee Dennis Letts and John Weil, the tie resumed, this time with Peterborough very much in control. And it was their number 9, Errington Kelly, who came within a whisker of what would have been a deserved equaliser. Against the run of play, though, the non-league boys suddenly came back. Lansdowne, the danger man again, tumbling over Turner. But any arguments about inside the box or out didn't matter, as referee Letts played on. And it was the referee who was to be at the centre of even greater controversy when he blew for full time when other stopwatchers, including my own, showed some 4 minutes still to play. Not that the Dagenham faithful were worried as they mobbed their heroes and began celebrations of yet another historic victory. Inside the dressing room, the champagne was having an immediate effect. For all, that is, but the hero of the hour, Joe Dunwell.
I've had a lot of our takes in the FA Cup, but we finally beat a team in the first round, and now we're beating Peterborough. let's hope we can do it again in the third round. Draw Man United.
Number 8, Carlisle United. Number 56, we play Dagenham.
Kenny, the reaction from the lads there really says it all, doesn't it?
Well, not really. I mean, it's two ex-Sunderland managers against each other because Bob Stoker, as you know, is in charge of Carlisle. They don't travel very well, my people, so we've got to rectify that before we go up to Cumbria and play Carlisle.
You'd be accused of sour grapes if you said anything, and I don't want to take anything away from Dagenham. I mean, it's their day and they've had the look, and I was quite pleased with the way we played. I didn't feel Dagenham had any real chances, but nevertheless, they got the bit of luck, so good luck to them. But the duration of the game should be 90 minutes, plus stoppages, and if we haven't had the full duration, then we haven't had a fair crack. And it would be interesting to see if the FA would be interested in that.
So a day Dagenham will never forget, but still a possibility that Peterborough may ask for that tie to be replayed. On the subject of replays, only 3 from this afternoon's second round ties, but 2 of them hold a glittering prize as the reward for victory. On Tuesday, Bournemouth meet Dartford, with the winners going to Old Trafford and Manchester United. Also on Tuesday, Northampton play Brentford, and on Wednesday, Hereford replay against Plymouth with a visit from Arsenal for the winners. The full third round draw a little later, along with the news from the first and second divisions.
Well, time now for our second Cannon League match, and if you enjoyed the first, I'm certain you'll enjoy this one too. It's Spurs v Newcastle, your commentator, Barry Davies.
One Saturday fixture doesn't decide a season, but when it falls between Milk Cup hopes turned sour and a tricky second leg in Europe against Bohemians Prague, its importance to Spurs is probably rather greater than just the 3 points available. Garth Crooks gets another chance in the starting lineup in the absence through injury of Clive Allen, and with Tony Galvin fit again, the side has a much more balanced look about it. Incidentally, Graham Roberts will take any penalty which may arrive, although he missed against Sunderland. That was his first miss as a senior professional. Newcastle have proved to be not as bad as the doubters said in the summer, or as good as their start suggested, but they look to be establishing themselves back in the big time. Jack Charlton has reconditioned the engine room by buying Pat Hurd and Gary Megson, and they're a side of growing personalities, one of whom, Peter Beardsley, is back in the side today after missing last Saturday because of a back injury. Smiling referee of the afternoon is Tom Bune, who comes from Berkshire. So in the mad, hectic world of modern football in this country, this is Tottenham's 28th fixture of the season. First touch for Gary Megson. Failed to play a game at Nottingham Forest, and they showed a debit of around 65,000. Here's Gary Stevens. Goalkeeper to narrow the angle. And Falco just wide of the far post. Stevens seizing on some rather lackadaisical clearances by the Newcastle defence. But Falco unable to take his chance. McCreary. Saunders away. Beardsley. And the first Newcastle attack is one of pace. And Ray Clements does well. Needed the second attempt. But the goalkeeper charge from his line was as quick as that of either Wattle or Beardsley. Roberts. Falco. Crooks, Tony Galvin. Simple ball, but a good one. Caught the goalkeeper in two minds. But the chip arrived very comfortably indeed. Fine ball by Roberts of such simplicity. And the best things in football are simple. Saunders. And Waddle is on the end of it. Just didn't really get hold of the shot. A long ball from Saunders. I'm not quite sure whether it had such intent. It certainly proved to be a very good pass. Ray Clements did well, always following the line of it, not being drawn. taking advantage of a slightly disappointing shot in the end. Roberts. Need to be quite so flamboyant. Here's Saunders. Beardsley. Space for Hurd. Fine ball by Beardsley. Waddle far side. Wharton in the middle. And it's gone in. Off the line by Perryman. And play continues. Steve Perryman, the captain who saved Tottenham after Wharton's flick had eluded Ray Clements. Here's Crooks for Tottenham, to Huddle, to Crooks. Shoulder to shoulder, no doubt about that. Perryman did really very, very well to get back and cover. It was a fine move by Newcastle, started way back at Malcolm Brown. Wharton was in there, and it seemed that he'd beaten Clements, and indeed he had, and up popped Steve Perryman to flick the ball off the line. Roberts. Across. Good shoulder by Gary Stevens. Crooks! Fine save! Oh, he was up there early, was Crooks, to meet Stevens' cross, and there was plenty of power in the header, and a really good save by Kevin Carr. Hoddle's corner. Roberts. Stevens! And again! Cleared from some distance by the right-hand post from his viewpoint. Carr suddenly appeared to make that look almost comfortable. Stevens involved in so much. Roberts. And the free kick is in Tottenham's favour. Determined charge through. It's a nasty cut on the eye for Kenny Wharton. But the free kick has been given against Kenny Wharton. And he leaves for the dressing room. Just over a minute of the half remaining. Newcastle to play with 10 men for the remainder of the half. On by Roberts. Crooks trying to pick the corner. And Mr. Bune brings to an end the half, which certainly had its goalmouth incidents. More of them down at Kevin Carr's end, but for all that, a curiously disjointed first period. Well, very much the seasonal spirit at White Hart Lane. Carols written in the programme, the arrival of Father Christmas to distribute his goodies, and this in fact is Tottenham's last game at home before the Christmas holiday. Kenny Wharton back for the second half with 3 stitches in the wound caused by contacting Graham Roberts' boot, but the incident, a total accident. So Peter Beardsley gets the match underway again. Partnership with Chris Waddle, which certainly offered a few threats to Tottenham in the first period, and offers an immediate threat in the second. As the ball ran away from Roberts and was struck instantly by the left boot of Chris Waddle. But again, he didn't quite get hold of it, but Clements was well forward. It's rather curious that 5 matches that Newcastle have lost have all been to teams currently in the top 6, so that puts a question mark on this fixture. Waddle, being supplied by Beardsley, and he's made the gap this time. That's a fine goal! That is a really super goal! 2 minutes of the second half and the partnership works for Newcastle United. Beardsley is supplying the ball and Waddle making room for himself and curling one in between Clements' right hand and at the right post to nestle with delight in the corner of the goal. So are Newcastle about to follow where Sunderland trod? Newcastle hadn't taken all 3 points away from home since the opening fixture of the season, which was at Leicester. Tony Galvin. Taken by Roberts. Waddle's 12th goal of the season, his 10th in the Canon League. Crooks, Hoddle, Chidozie, turn of pace, and he was held. And a penalty. He was inside the box, the referee looked at the linesman put the flag across his chest, and Mr. Bune pointed to the penalty spot. But it was a teasing ball in by Hoddle. Chidozie suddenly found an extra gear. There were 3 Newcastle players there. The linesman immediately signalled that he was being impeded, the Tottenham winger. The referee looked at him, the linesman put the flag across his chest, and Mr. Bune pointed to the spot. Roberts turns in triumph. There was enough pace on the rising ball to beat Kevin Carr. Well, the officials working together to give the award. But it has to be said that Tottenham are really back in the match in a rather fortunate manner. It's not to say the decision was wrong, it was just that impetuosity on the right side that denied Chidozie produced a penalty when the danger was nothing as great as it eventually proved to be. Offside against Waddle. The final outcome, Roberts has maintained Tottenham's record of scoring in every home match this season. Galvin, pass beat 3. Falco! The ball boy celebrates as well. Who started it. It was a good ball that cut out 3. Galvin went to the line, and his cross had defenders twisting and turning, and Falco rammed the ball home to put Tottenham in front. "63 minutes gone. Two goals in 3 minutes, changing the face and the atmosphere of White Hart Lane. It's the 14th goal of the season for Mark Falco. And it makes it 3 goals in the last 5 games after a long drought. He went 12 matches without a goal. Stevens. Pushed by McCreary. Huddle obviously thought so. Rhoda, that's well swept out to Beardsley. Good tackle by Chris Houghton. He's had to win his way back into the side after suspension and then being dropped. Came back last week. I think that may be a free kick. Yes, it is. Houghton catching the back of Beardsley's ankle. Makes an on. Wharton, fine save! Wharton puts his hand behind the bleeding head. And Clements once more gets up to his feet like a spring and with a smile on his face. Hasn't been called on to do too much. Typical save, and really he told the England manager that he didn't want a part of the international scene far too early. Maybe 36, but he's been in very good nick this season. Just a question of time for the odd stoppage now. Nothing like as many as there were in the first half. And here's Tedosy coming in from the position where he was when the whole game was changed. And there's Falco! He gets his second. And Tottenham have a 3-1 victory. Score which in truth rather flatters them, but Tedosy on the right. Comfortable cross, and Falco arriving on the near post without Newcastle company. Makes it 3-1. Scoring 2 of the goals, but it was Graham Roberts who dragged Tottenham back with the penalty and starting the move which wiped out Chris Waddle's goal for Newcastle. Some sympathy for them. Final score 3-1.
Spurs owning the points, but it was Newcastle's determination to attack that impressed me, although Jackie Charlton, whom you may have seen earlier explaining his lifestyle on Wogan, has been accused of being a defensive manager. Well, it wasn't evident in the way Newcastle approached today's game. Both sides attacked and kept the crowd on their toes from beginning to end. And judging by what I hear from Archie McPherson, the excitement wasn't only contained south of the border today. Aberdeen versus Celtic promised everything and didn't let us down, as Archie describes.
There's a Black header, Sid. 1-0. Black is wide. Good move by Black. What is a cross like? Not a bad one. Great clearance there. And that's in. McKinney. 2-0. The back header, and it's a penalty kick. Penalty. And so Maurice Johnson to take the penalty kick. 12 minutes of the second half gone. 2-1, sweet as you like. Weir takes it, and there's a header by Black. 3-1. Probin. Now Paul McStay. Probin, good run. McQueen goes with him. Wants to take the full back on. That's a great goal! Mugabe. Oh, yes. It's wide. Black. And it's there. McDougall. 4-2.
6 goals there, but still nothing compared to the Scottish Cup second-round tie between Stirling Albion and Selkirk. The score, 20-0. Yes, 20-0, the biggest win in British football this century. Back in the English First Division, Everton, after 6 weeks, are still on top despite dropping more points in a goalless draw at Queen's Park Rangers. Spurs move up 2 places to second, a point behind the leaders, and 1 ahead of Manchester United and Arsenal, who both lost away. United we've seen, while Arsenal went down 1-0 at Southampton, who stay in 5th place. Afterwards, Arsenal manager Don Howe confirmed he'd made a straight cash bid for Southampton's transfer-listed captain Steve Williams and will continue negotiations next week. At the bottom, no real change, although Luton, Ipswich and Leicester all won. Luton's victory over Aston Villa puts them above Coventry, who didn't play today. Ipswich won at Stoke, while Leicester thrashed Sunderland 4-0 at Roker Park after beating Queen's Park Rangers by the same score last Saturday. In the second division, Oxford United are back on top on goal difference after beating Charlton 5-0. Blackburn, a goal down, scored twice in a minute to beat Sheffield United, while Barnsley came back from 2 down at half-time to draw 3-3 at Wimbledon and move up to 3rd place. Now the draw for the 3rd round of the FA Cup. First out of the hat were Orient of the 3rd Division with a home tie against West Bromwich Albion. Next, a tricky tie for cup holders Everton at 2nd Division Leeds. Telford's reward for a magnificent 4-1 win at Preston today, a home tie against 3rd Division leaders Bradford City. Forest versus Newcastle means Brian Clough against Jack Charlton. There's Dagenham at 2nd Division Carlisle. Then the cup favourites Manchester United against the winners of that Dartford-Bournemouth replay on Tuesday. That's followed by Plymouth or Hereford, who replay on Wednesday, against Arsenal. Moving down the list, another First Division match sees Luton at home to Stoke, while Norwich face a hard match at Birmingham. Laurie McMenemy and Southampton take on Sunderland. A little further down, last season's beaten finalists Watford, home to Sheffield United. Bristol Rovers, who beat neighbours City 3-1 today, now have a home tie against Ipswich. Then, coming up, a tie between 2 European Cup winners, Liverpool versus Aston Villa. And a really attractive tie at Fratton Park, where 2nd Division Portsmouth take on fellow promotion contenders Blackburn Rovers. Finally, non-league Burton Albion get their reward for winning 2-0 at Aldershot, a home tie against 1st Division Leicester City.